Welcome back to Crafts with David. Today we're at this old house. Now, they don't make railings like they used to, so the homeowner wanted to extend the railings down the porch and add some newel posts. I was commissioned to mill out new railings and create new newel posts for the bottom of the staircase. I'll talk more about both of these aspects of the project in my next two upcoming videos. Here's a photo of what the stairs looked like when I started. The newel posts are going to mount where the 4x4s are. I have trimmed my 4x4s so that they slip through my posts. Now that I got these wedges in, I'll put some screws in. This isn't going anywhere. Now to attach this cap, I've drilled a hole in the center of it, and I've drilled a hole in the center of this post, and I have this double threaded fastener which I'll put in both sides. And I'll just turn that down. And here's the post with the finished cap. That worked nicely. Well everyone, installing these railings is a pretty slow process. I have to cope each joint to individually fit both length and around the curvature of whatever it is attaching to. This one was especially hard because I had to cope around the house where the house met the post. Well, I got to get this project going. It's already snowing. So I'm going to work on putting these top railings on. To do that, I've spaced them above the bottom railings using a spacer block here and here. So now I can just set my railing on top of that and I can work on coping it to fit that post. The first step is to try to get the angle right, and you can see I'm a little off with the theoretical angle because of the curvature of the post. So I'm going to recut that until I get that angle perfect. Well, I adjusted the angle by about 3 degrees and now it's pretty good. There's a little gap there, but I can cope that out. So now the fun really begins. I'm going to use a contour gauge to take the dimension of the post, just like that, and I'll transfer it to my railing. So now I have to hold the angle while I trim out the material to make this curve. Now with my railing clamped down to my tailgate, I'm going to remove most of the material with one of these twin cutter saws. The nice thing is the radius of this saw matches the curvature of the post pretty closely, so I should be able to just kind of shave it down. And now I can check the angle with my sliding T-bevel. I got a lot more to cut down lower. Alright, that's pretty close. Now I'm going to finish cleaning this up by sanding. Alright, that's looking pretty good. I think it's time for a test fit. Alright, first test fit. Looks like I did pretty good first time around. I need to take just a little bit more off right in the middle here. Now I'm going to use the same method to cope this top joint of the rail. The difference is I also have to think about lengths, because I need the length to come out perfectly to fit in here at the right height. So to get the length right, I'm going to take my ruler, put it against the column of the house, and then I'm going to transfer the mark to my post, and I'm going to give myself a little extra so that I'm definitely going to be long. Okay, here's my length mark I made. This is the contour of the column, so I'm just going to hold the contour gauge up, and I'm going to put this line right at the top of the contour and give myself a little extra, so I'm actually going to move it down, and then I'll trace it out. So when you're working on complicated geometry like this, make sure you do a lot of test fits. I can see I need to work on the contour. I also need to shorten it a little so it sits on this fake spindle better. So you just keep working at it, work slowly, be patient until you get it perfect. Alright folks, I've been at it for about an hour and a half, but I have both joints fitting perfectly in both length and contour. Check that out. No gaps, perfect length. Alright, now I'm ready to install my railing, but I'm not going to rely on screws alone. I've got some low temperature construction adhesive. I'm going to spread in this joint. It'll squeeze out, seal out moisture, and also add some strength. Now the squeeze out from the adhesive I'm just going to take care of by wiping it up with my finger. Now to take care of these screw holes, so I'm going to put a little dab of adhesive there. And I made some plugs to pound in there. And finally I will complete the set of railing by putting in these spindles. I've already cut them, they're all the same, so it's kind of nice. I'm putting adhesive on the end of these as well. I just drop them into place. And then I put a screw top and bottom. Well, another 30 or so spindles, and then the other side too, and I'll be all done here. Thanks for watching, everyone.